Hi everybody, just wanted to connect with you all, say hi and just give what I feel is coming through for a little bit of a different aspect of the energy that we're currently going through. I focus mainly on my high dimensional group, which is called the Awakened Inner Circle. So some of you are probably part of that and others of you will have heard of it, and if you haven't, you're welcome to go to my website, tracycullen.com, have a look and see if it resonates. The reason for me saying that is I focus very much there on all of the energy updates, current energy soul sessions, the awakening process, because there's so many layers to that. So I have put several recordings, channelings and videos, etc. in there for this month, along with the free meditation library, because there has been an awful lot with solar storms, magnetic shifts, the full moon, new moon. We're coming into summer solstice tomorrow, which is a very auspicious day and brings in a lot of light, a lot of positivity. So having said all of that, I've gone through that with everybody. The soul sessions are in there for that group today, and we continue to work through that collective consciousness, of course, and new vibrations, so everybody awake, everybody supporting each other and consciously doing the journey. My reason for this video is just a general overview, because what's been highlighted is because of the summer solstice tomorrow, the solar the potency to this full moon that we've just experienced a few days ago has been quite considerable. It's conjunct with the Galactic Milky Way Centre, so everything is higher. So every word that come with that conjunct, that alignment, is higher consciousness, higher awakening, the collective energies. So we've already started to feel that shift leading up to the full moon, during the full moon, and now. Higher truths, higher realms, realizations, along with the energy we had at the beginning of the month about illusions, etc., being uncovered, and maybe us exploring our illusions that we like to keep ourselves. Then I feel that naturally leads us to not just this amazing summer solstice energy that we're coming to with that full moon, but also there's a few other alignments and things that are affecting us and are in our alignment. So just to bring in something that I don't normally, there's lots of different planets that are going retrograde. There's also, we're entering into eclipse season for July, and again, all of that I work more deeply on in the group, and then people in the group are actively working on themselves to keep up with current energy and to be the highest authentic version of themselves. For those that are just interested in the general overview, this will probably be enough for you. But anyway, what's been highlighted to me is, for some reason, the Neptune that goes retrograde also tomorrow, and that will be till early November. And I feel like it's so potent and powerful because when it's direct, Neptune's very hypnotic, enhancing, influence, but it can also cause us illusions. So with the new moon that we had in the 3rd of June, and that was helping us to uncover illusions, look at ourselves more deeply. What are we covering up for ourselves, looking at rose-tinted glasses, etc. So the very fact that Neptune's going into retrograde, which appears to be backwards, from tomorrow, also says that it supports that energy, because it starts to lose its power. So it strips away any illusions that we've had. So if we haven't done this work on ourselves, as most people within the group will actively already done, it gives the opportunity to do it, because it does strip the illusion away. It can leave us with some cold hard facts, and it can leave us with what we have felt more comfortable to believe or follow through or just keep in our life. So it can leave us with a reality that we don't always want to face, which is why we create the illusion. It's done as a subconscious level often. So ultimately, this transit that's happening is to strip the soul away from the ego that is trying to cover up, keep us from our less authentic selves, and allow us to go at a deeper level and find deeper meaning at soul level, and that will give us in turn a sense of ourselves. So from tomorrow's energy, you're going to be feeling that. So going from full moon into solstice, straight into this energy of Neptune. We're in shadow Mercury retrograde today as well, and we don't feel Neptune so much as we would perhaps Mercury retrograde, because the planet is an awful lot further away. But it does show us. So we've also got Mercury going into shadow from today. So that's also us starting to slow down. And I had to talk last week or so about us having a sense of urgency, wanting to do everything, trying to get everything in order. And we've naturally been doing that because we always do before we head into this kind of retrograde feeling, this shadow. So although you'll still be working hard, doing everything from now, from today your energy might have shifted slightly and not quite so enthusiastic, or just slowing down slightly. So as we go into the retrograde, which will be fully retrograde from the 7th of July, so you've got just over a week now, and then it won't go direct till the 1st of August. You know, use that time. I find Mercury retrograde to be quite a positive time. There's an awful lot of negativity around, but I use it as reflection. Continue what you've started. Review anything, people, situations, anyone that comes into you, returns to you, because that happens an awful lot in retrograde. Just navigate all those energies, explore the relationships, the energies, the people that are coming back to you. Embrace that fully, and don't nurture it fully until after retrograde. If those people, situations are still present in your life, then's the time to nurture it, because retrograde will always bring things for you to review, things for you to look at, maybe completion or release, and it'll also bring you back things that you need to strengthen and take forward. So it's knowing the difference. So after the retrograde, after the 1st of August, work fully, nurture and move forward, because you will know by then. So this whole period of time, I feel, is awakening. It's a continuous process, and the Neptune alignment is definitely bringing an awakening. So we'll find ourselves detaching again and allowing ourselves to attract different experiences as we do so. That's the whole point of our awakening, is to align to a different energy, a different frequency. Those around you can naturally feel threatened by that, and that is, I'm afraid, just part of the process. And I will go into more deeply in one of my teaching sessions about the process of awakening for those that are interested. It's part of my High Dimension Awakening Healing Program, which is for those that are very much actively wanting to go within incredibly deeply to navigate the awakening process, and which quickens the process in a way, not because it's any magic formula, but because you're actively looking at it. You're not falling into it day by day in the 3D world, you're focusing on it. So you're needing to expand. You recognize that, you're recognizing what's the fear, you're recognizing what's other people's fear, and there's so many layers to this. There's also so many tools that help you through all of this as well, and that can come in the form of, well, there's endless tools that we use on our spiritual path, and I think that's a whole new subject. So ultimately the solstice is a triumph with light over dark as well, and if you think sun, power, empowerment, intense energies, energetically there's a portal opening of celestial energy, it's positive energy, so you'll be feeling that. The Mayans and ancients, as I've mentioned before, have created structures like Stonehenge. The Sphinx on the pyramid is in alignment, it crowns the summer solstice on the crown. So it's a very intense energy, and it's a time to be celebrated. It's for all of us in the northern hemisphere, so Europe and Asia, North America, North Africa, that area. Celebrating the return to light with a Neptune, removing the illusion on the same day, bringing an awakening. Depends what that means for all of you. It can be very different, but it's for an interesting few months. Take care, much love, namaste.